Hello, everybody. Thank you for stopping by the Standing Citizen channel. I'm glad that you're here. I'm excited to be here. My name's Bryant. This is not an anti-government channel by any stretch of the imagination. This is a pro-improvement channel. This is a pro-empowerment channel. This is a pro-human channel. I've got a very important message that I'd like to get out to you. This message is independent of, where you stand on the left to the right scale, the red team versus the blue team mentality that we're conditioned to operate within. Obviously, in this video, I am wearing my red shirt. In the next video, I'll be wearing my, I believe it was white stone gray shirt. In the video after that, I'll be proudly wearing my blue shirt. And I do that for a reason. Because to me, America represents a lot of things that I think are very important. It represents a lot of things to a lot of people throughout the world, believe it or not. Even people that don't even live upon our shores. Freedom, liberties, individual rights, that type of thing. For me, I'm just going to refer to those as freedom, I guess. Simply, primarily, I suppose, because it's kind of a general umbrella term, and it's, two syllables, freedom. So it's kind of easy to kind of roll off my tongue. Throughout the course of human history, freedom has been an elusive trait to a civil society. I know it's been fought for many times over and over and over again. Maybe there is some truth when people say that history does repeat itself. I think in America, we were awarded an opportunity. I'm not so sure that we've kind of decided to uphold our end of the bargain, but that's okay. My belief is that everything is fixable. I do believe that in America, we are kind of at a crossroads right now. Obviously, we're dealing with 2020. Obviously, we're dealing with the health crisis. And I understand people are very scared. To any of you guys and gals that are affected by that, I really do hope that you get better. I really do hope that you're able to power through it. Because I don't want to see anybody have to suffer. Anybody. In any country. Especially the country that I love, which is the United States of America. I think I've seen it demonstrated time and time again that we as Americans, a lot of us have kind of forgot what it means to more or less, have the opportunity to be an American. And I think it's about time that we really kind of do a little bit of self-reflection. Whether we've forgotten or whether we, don't have the fortitude to kind of stand up maybe. My intention is to make sure that we fix it and hopefully choose a direction here. Like I said, 2020 has been a little bit of a roller coaster, and I'm sure that roller coaster isn't going to stop anytime soon. The important thing is that we decide where it is that we're going to go. We let the world know where we're going to go. We let ourselves know where we're going to be going. Because this message is for everybody. Everybody that wants to see our country improve. My hopes is that we find something here within these messages that we can maybe rally around. That we can kind of prevent a lot of these, unsureties from happening in the future. When I hear the president, the sitting president of the United States being referred to as the leader of the free world, I kind of agree, yet I absolutely disagree with that. An argument can be made that America is the leader of the free world. But when somebody says how the president is the leader of the free world, the reason why I disagree is this. In my opinion, the leaders, plural, of the free world are you, the American citizen, and me. We're the ones that are tasked with demonstrating what that badge of honor should represent. And like I said, I'm not so sure I think we've kind of forgotten about it a little bit. But that doesn't mean we can't get it back. When you think about it, each one of our elected representatives, whether they're at the local level, the state level, all three branches of the federal level, they're all just us. They're just citizens. Even people that are running for president, on our mainstream news, we'll get, he or she casted their ballot for themselves. Those citizens that decided to become involved in government, they essentially are doing the best job that they can to uphold their end of the bargain, which is representing you and representing our country in a dignified manner. Some do a fabulous job, some absolutely do not. On both sides of the two-party system that we find ourselves in. I understand that we're not going to be able to please everybody all the time. What I do think that we can do is make an effort to look out for one another. And I think the best way for us to do that is to make sure that each one of us has a voice. That each one of us has the ability to really stand up and be counted. And I'm not talking about taking the census. My hopes are that StandingCitizen.org reignites that spirit fire. Because we're all definitely due for some good news at this point. I hope that StandingCitizen.org gives us something to rally around. So now that I mentioned StandingCitizen.org, you're probably asking, what in the world is that? To those many people that have gone to that website, I apologize. What is StandingCitizen.org? It's nothing. It's nothing but an idea that I want to get across to you. Ultimately, the name of it, what you decide to call it, I could care less. You're going to be the owners of StandingCitizen.org. You're going to be operating StandingCitizen.org. I'm going to be referring to this as Standing Citizen for the sake of these videos. Standing Citizen is going to solve just so many problems that have plagued our country for a long time. My opinion. And of course, throughout these videos, you'll be getting my opinions on things. It's going to slip through. And what I can say about that is simply this. Disagree if you wish. I'm perfectly fine with that. If you disagree to the point where you feel we need to have civil discourse, I can tell you this, I'm an open-minded individual. I will absolutely hear you out. And I will reserve judgment until your argument is presented to me. That doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with you, nor do I expect you to agree with some of the things that may come out of my mouth. Because I've obviously taken a path through life just as you have. I've got certain things that I've dealt with in life just as you have. I'm trying to find solutions to improve things for myself and my country, just like I hope you are. I'm taking action to make these improvements. And I'm doing this for everybody. I understand what's gone on in the last week with it's definitely tricky waters to navigate through to make sure a message, stays available. I recently listened to an interview of a very famous actor, and it was actually my grandpa's favorite actor, based on my memory. But he was talking about, kind of human nature and several, other aspects of it. Human nature can be, there's a lot of wonderful sides that we all have. We're trusting of one another. Sometimes that can be a detriment. But human nature, there's also kind of some not so attractive, sides to it. Greed. In that interview, he talked about the way he phrased it, I thought was great. He said, if you go into a room with 12 people and give each one of them $1, you come back a year later, and what you'll find out is that one person in that 12 is going to have most of the money. Because they're going to do whatever they need to do to get that money. deceive, lie, cheat, steal, whatever it is. Because that's the ultimate goal for them. We're never going to change human nature. But that doesn't mean that we can't protect ourselves from it. You know, we've got large segments of our population that have very limited opportunity to improve. We as a society need to kind of recognize that, and we need to definitely do what we need to do to give those people that opportunity. We've got a large segment of our society, I believe, that think that things are going to just miraculously go back to normal after maybe the election, or once the virus dies down, if it dies down. All in all, we need to find a solution. And I think that Standing Citizen, as I'm referring to this, is our opportunity. I believe that America is at a crossroads. I know that there's a lot of people throughout every nation on earth that are kind of watching us and watching us closely. And whether we recognize that or not, that's on us. I'm not expecting you to agree with everything that comes out of my mouth. Like I said, I'm just a human being. I'm just a man, just an electrician. I welcome civil discourse. Civil discourse is how our country initially was intended to solve civil problems. It's not violating another person's rights, which I've seen lately. Not happy about it. In America, freedom should be the uppermost law. It was declared in our Declaration of Independence, in pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They referred to those as creator laws, unalienable laws. We got to get back to that. My thoughts are, your rights end when they start impeding on my rights, and they do end. I hope during the course of these videos here, you're going to find a solution that you're really going to believe in. I'm expecting to meet a lot of you guys and gals that also believe in these rights. And that, once again, that doesn't make a difference which one of these two political parties you root for. Me, I don't know who to trust. The only person that I know I can trust is me. My hopes are, as you watch these videos, you find value in it. Maybe you go and share them with people. I know since this pandemic, humans don't even communicate. Not to say that we even communicated effectively before, because I don't think we did. But now that the talking is out the window, people believe that their action is maybe the thumbs up or the thumbs down on videos or whatnot. And make no mistake, we're going to incorporate that in Standing Citizen. If you have a neighbor who has a flag on their house, I think it'd be great if you found so much value in these videos that you went over and knocked on his door or her door and kind of said, hey, nice to meet you. I want to let you know that I saw your flag and you obviously love America and what America stands for. I think maybe you should check out this message. Maybe they'll be very grateful. I do not have all the answers. I'm going to be relying on people that also agree with the fundamentals of freedom in America to help me on this quest. It's going to be interesting to see who and when decides to join me on this fight. The true colors may very well be shown. If at any point in this game, if I'm talking too loudly, turn down the volume. I'm sure during the course of this, I'll misspeak once or twice, probably more times than that. I'm sure that I'll, kind of hurt some feelings a little bit. At times I've been described as, 25 grit. If you're looking for the 200 grit, little sandpaper action, I might be overwhelming to you. But I'm also doing this for you and me and our country. So Standing Citizen is going to be a large web-based platform initially. It's going to be owned by the American citizens, like I said, operated by them, like I said. But if I can give us something to get excited about, something that if we sit back and say, hey, no matter what gets thrown at us at this point, we know the direction that we're going to be taking. Because really, that's my goal at this point. That's the only battle that I think that I need to win right now. Us deciding where it is that our future is going to take us. I thank you for watching this little video here. Expect to see more shortly.